Hello, everyone. Dr. Michael Klaper here, and this is a special edition of Q&A with Dr. K, because instead of Dr. K answering the questions, I'm going to be asking the questions today because I have a special guest with me. As you know, I work with a wonderful company called Plant-Based TeleHealth, and we have an assortment of physicians, 8 now in number, to dispense lifestyle guidance to people who have various types of medical conditions. And I'm happy to welcome on board one of our newest additions to our staff, Dr. Elisabeth Fontaine. You'll see that she has a very broad base in clinical experience with a subject we both hold dear to our hearts. I'll share that with you in a minute. But she's just a wonderful person and a very competent physician. And with that, I'd like to introduce you all to Dr. Elisabeth Fontaine. Hi there, Elisabeth. Good to have you.
Hi, Michael. So honored to be invited for a Q&A with you with such a long experience. So I'm Dr. Elisabeth Fontaine. As you probably have noticed, have an accent, and therefore I'm from Canada. I'm from Quebec City. I moved in the United States in Vermont 28 years ago. So I'm a specialist in OBGYN, which I practiced in a small community in Vermont in St. Albans for 27 years. My background, however, prior to medical school was in exercise physiology and obesity. So I've always used this important background to help my patient to hopefully stay healthy. And my patients were growing older with me, were starting to have chronic disease. I would send them back to their primary care physician. They would come back to me with medication, which I was not totally accepting this method. So I started helping them. And, eventually I discovered late in my career, the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. That's about 10 years ago. So I started going to the conference, start learning about plant food based. And as you know, physicians are not very well thought about nutrition. So I've learned from the best. I've learned from Ornish, Asselstein, T.J. Campbell, and decided that I was going to do a tryout in my own community. So right after that first conference, I start doing a group of 15 individuals, test them before, after, and we did the PCRM, the 21-day, plant-based, which was my very first exposure. My husband said, "Are you crazy? We've always ate meat. Why would I do a change?" I said, "You don't have to do it." But my two girls said, "Yeah, we're going to do this." So he accepted. And since that time, we're pretty good in the plant food base. It's a quick explanation, but the results were just amazing in the community. So I continue with the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. I became board certified. I'm also a fellow of the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. And I've implemented these and became the medical director of lifestyle medicine in my small community. I've then moved on a little bit to do what I do now, and I joined the group that you're a part of to do the plant-based telehealth, which I'm totally amazed. In itself, I have mentioned so many times to my organization how much lifestyle could be done telehealth. But until COVID, it seems that this was impossible. And now telehealth is everywhere. And I, researched and was lucky to find this amazing group, which, as you said prior, we're growing, which is growing. So it's really amazing. I had made some significant also impact in the community. We started a community lifestyle intervention that we call Rise Vermont, that expanded to the whole Vermont. So I'm a part of the founder of Rise Vermont, which is a lifestyle changes. I think you got enough information on you. What else would you like to know?
Wonderful. So tell us, it's so great, you're board certified obstetrician, but also expanded to all of lifestyle medicine. You bring such a wealth of experience to your practice. Who are your favorite kind of patients? What kind of people do you like to see on that morning docket of patients you're going to be seeing that day? Who are your real strong point and enjoyable kind of patients?
Well, obviously, I think that there's a little bit of this root into the fact that I'm biased. I have been seeing women all my life as an obstetrician. I see them husband that was coming, but most of my patients were women. So I therefore would say that with the plant-based, I like to think that I'm going to be the women's health specialist. And the other reason for that we've always mentioned that women, it makes the decision about often what we're going to eat. They go do the grocery. I'm not saying that it needs to be like that, but it is in our society. And therefore, and not only for the food, but also for the healthcare decision, women are quite involved into this. And therefore, I think that being able to influence positively women, we can hopefully influence the family. And eventually for me also, I'm biased with the community if I can influence the community. So the group that I would say, and I certainly do not discard men, and actually it could actually interest them to say, hey, wait a minute here, why would you only be interested by women? And I'd be more than happy to. And in my clinic, when I was doing lifestyle medicine, I had a lot of men, which I enjoy to see the fact that they finally jumped into this new changes for their health and improving and reversing the chronic disease.
How exciting. So men, women, boys, girls, Elisabeth will be glad to see you all. So she's a real asset to our team. Dr. Fontaine, what states do you have medical licenses in? And I know you practice in Canada, but tell us what states you're licensed in.
So I'm obviously in Vermont, and I also have Michigan, Florida, and because of my proximity with New York, I'm able to do telehealth medicine with New York as well. So that gives me 4 states for the moment. Excellent. Obviously, we can do international. So if we have the chance of having people that listen anywhere in the world, this is, you have access to all the physicians, including myself.
That's great. And obviously, with Francophone talents, you need to speak French from Quebec or Paris, France. See Dr. Fontaine. You can learn more about Dr. Fontaine and all the doctors at Plant-Based TeleHealth if you go to our website, plantbasedtelehealth.com. And in the upper right part of the choice bar, you'll see Meet the Doctors. And if you click Meet the Doctors, you'll see Dr. Fontaine's smiling face and all the staff there, and you can learn more about her. So, plantbasedtelehealth.com is the wave of the future. I am so honored and delighted to be working with the organization as well as doctors like Dr. Fontaine. So I hope if you want to see me, you can see which states I'm licensed in as well, but take advantage of this remarkable lifestyle service that with all doctors that I guarantee you will not scowl when you tell them you're plant-based or you're vegan. We'll cheer you on because that's really a gateway to health. So I hope you enjoyed the special edition of Q&A with Dr. K, and hope to take advantage of Dr. Fontaine's services through Plant-Based TeleHealth. Take care. See you next time. Hi, everyone. Dr. Michael Klaper here, announcing our new format for our Q&A with Dr. K. Annie Hagen will be asking me one question that's been sent in by our viewers. So if you want to see if your question is getting answered, do join us for our Q&A with Dr. K right here. Hope to see you then.